Hey everyone, it's Carrie from Carrie's Crafts, and today I want to show you a really cute card that I made using the Sheltering Tree stamp set. It's one of the new stamp sets in the 2015 Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog. It is a photopolymer stamp set. Comes with 14 images with greetings and your tree and accessory images. So what I did was started out making my card base out of baked brown sugar cardstock, and this measures 8.5 by 11. I'm going to cut it in half at 5.5 and then move my cutting blade up out of the way, turn it, and now I want to score it in half at 4.25. Here's my scoring blade. So that gives me a nice, easy line right in half to fold my cardstock. Now I want to cut some of those layering pieces. So I'm going to start with my Coastal Cabana cardstock, and I want my layering pieces to be 1/4 inch shorter than the last piece. So that's going to layer each color on top of each other. So my Coastal Cabana piece I want to cut at 5.25 by 4. My last piece is a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Again, I want to cut it 1/4 inch shorter. So this one's going to be 5 by 3.75. Okay, and do you see how that's just going to layer each piece upon each other, and I can see each color behind each other. So that's going to be my layering. So now let's stamp. I want to take baked brown sugar ink, which is the same color as our cardstock. Take my tree and stamp him right in the middle. Put a little bit of pressure on there. There's my tree. Now I want to take Coastal Cabana ink, which is also the same color as this cardstock. So ink up my leaves, and then just go right over those tree branches. Put some pressure on the block. And then I want to pick the stamp up, and without re-inking, I want to take it and turn it a little bit and stamp again. That's going to give me just a lighter image around the outside. It just gives my tree a little bit of dimension and a different look to it. So those are just kind of fading in the background. I want to stamp the grass in pistachio pudding. Right underneath the tree there. And then I have some smaller sprigs of grass that I want to stamp as well. So this is a smaller stamp image, so remember, you don't want to put too much pressure when you take it to your project, because we don't want the image to run together or smear. So I know I just need a light touch there. And this is still in the pistachio pudding color. Just gives me some grass there. And I want to add a swing to that tree. So this is the image from the stamp set. I'm going to take my swing, and a really neat thing with the photopolymers, I can look right through my block. I can see where I'm stamping that. I want it to hang from the branches. There we go. And then I want to do a greeting for my card. Now this stamp set has 4 different greetings. Today I'm going to use Thinking of You. I think any one of those greetings would work well for this card, or you could even use any greeting that you have in your collection. So I'm going to stamp it right below. I'm leaving a little bit of room here because I want to add some ribbon. Okay, first I want to go ahead and glue this piece down onto my Coastal Cabana. And just position that in the middle there. And then I want to add some ribbon. So this is a thin grosgrain ribbon, and it's in Coastal Cabana. And if you remember, Coastal Cabana was the color of the cardstock we used. It's also the color of the ink that we used on the tree. So by using the Coastal Cabana ribbon, everything coordinates so well. And that's a really great benefit of Stampin' Up! Products, is because their colors all coordinate with ink, cardstock, and accessories. So let me just trim this off. And I'm ready to glue this down onto my card base. Okay, and just like that, there we go. And there's my card. Now I wanted to mention that I had other samples of this card depicting different seasons of the year. So I have a spring one, a summer, a fall, and a winter. So you can see these two resemble each other in the way of the leaves. The spring, there's different colors included in that tree. The fall one, same kind of concept with the dots. The winter one, well, there's typically no leaves on the trees, so that one I just left bare as my winter card. And then the summer one, if you can see, looks like this. It looks a little fuller, more of a, full summer tree. That's what it reminds me of. And how I did that was I took this image. This was the image we stamped, remember, with our Coastal Cabana, so it gives it that dotted look. Well, watch this. You can turn this stamp over and use the back side. This is a very clear, smooth surface. So I just put this down on my block, I inked it up in my ink pad, and then went straight down on my project. So that gives it that summery tree kind of look, I think. And so there's another different variety of using this stamp set. So I wanted to mention that the Sheltering Tree stamp set is part of the Stampin' Up! 2015 Occasions catalog, and some of the colors that we used today were from the 2013-2015 In Color collection. This is Crisp Cantaloupe, Pistachio Pudding, Baked Brown Sugar, Coastal Cabana, and Strawberry Slush, which in our card today we used Baked Brown Sugar and Coastal Cabana. So for these 5 in colors, you can choose a 20 sheet, 4 of each color, 8.5 by 11 cardstock, along with 5 ink pads of those same colors: Baked Brown Sugar, Coastal Cabana, Pistachio Pudding, Crisp Cantaloupe, and Strawberry Slush. So these 5 ink pads, along with 20 sheets of cardstock in those coordinating colors, is $29.95. And the Sheltering Tree stamp set is $24.95. So adding those two together is $54.90. That's before shipping and tax, which automatically qualifies you for a free Sale-A-Bration item. And Sale-A-Bration is Stampin' Up's promotion going from January 6th through March 31st of 2015. For any $50 purchase before shipping and tax, you can pick one item from this catalog for free. So there are stamp sets, designer series paper, accessories. Like this pack right here has the 3 colors of ribbon and 3 buttons. And that's the ribbon that I used today on our card. That's the Coastal Cabana ribbon in that set. One of the other projects that we made earlier in another video was using the Lotus Blossom stamp set, which is also a free stamp set from this catalog. This was the card we made with that one, using that Lotus Blossom flower. So some really cute ideas for getting your free product from the Sale-A-Bration catalog if you purchase the Sheltering Tree stamp set, along with the pack of 5 ink pads and coordinating cardstock in the 2013-2015 collection. So I hope you enjoyed today's card using the Sheltering Tree stamp set, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.